Normally here on this channel, I try to teach you guys concepts, things that you can take into your own offense or defense and apply them as you see fit. But today we're going to be going over one of the most pound for pound impactful plays in all of Madden 25, and it's only found in 3 playbooks in the game. And I would suggest maybe you consider switching because it is that good. So let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and get out your pen and pad. Now, the play that we're going to be going over today is known as corner divide. This is found in 3 playbooks, as I've mentioned. And those playbooks are the Seattle Seahawks, which you guys can find my entire Seahawks bunch tight end offense on gridirongameplans.gg. This play is something that I'm going to be audibling into a ton moving forward because it is absolutely money against every single coverage in the game. And those include cover 4, cover 3 zones for big plays over the top to our post, great checkdowns to our whip route, but it also destroys man-to-man because of a couple of other sharp cutting routes. We already know about the pivot route over the middle, but this flat corner is also good for beating zone and man as well. Now, what about the other 2 playbooks that this play is in? Those are the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. Now, the San Francisco playbook is really interesting because so many players like the doubles flex Y off close and the flex Y off close formations. Those formations are overly meta. It is the most effective offense in the game, and that formation is one of the best in the San Francisco playbook. So you guys have the meta playbook to run this out of, or you can kind of run the off meta playbook like Seattle and access this play. Let's go ahead and get into which coverages and which routes we can attack effectively with this. Starting off with everybody's favorite, cover 4 hard flat. So with a cover 4 hard flat defense, obviously this is very, very effective because most players can switch stick out of this. As we know, some players will also do the ram blitz. Some people will loop blitz and change their defense overall to a cover 4. But I want to show you guys why this is such an effective play. All we have to do on this play is literally, if we want to throw this route to Loveland, is snap the football. It is that simple. You're going to see that this little out route, corner route, whatever you want to call it, is a down and outside pass lead. You don't need to freeform it. You just want to A-catch it for the conservative toe tap animation. I'll run this again. Anytime you get a cover 4 defense, this is going to be such a money route. You can just throw it down and outside and conservative catch. I have universal knockouts at every spot on the field on my defense. You're seeing the best that this coverage can play. This even applies to cover 4 press. If they roll up in press coverage, you're just going to snap the football, let the post route pull for the out route, and you're going to throw us down and outside. That deep zone is not going to be able to get back. You'll be able to toe tap this easily for a first down. Now, the cool thing about this play is that it also bombs cover 4 for a huge gain. So what I want to do here is we'll set up that same cover 4 shell. And the only thing that we're really going to change about this play is if we're looking for the gusto, we can basically put either Loveland or Metcalf on a streak. Now, from a perspective of which route would you use against cover 4, Zan? Down and distance dictated, because let's say this is a 3rd and 6. I know my opponent is running cover 4. You're going to want to make sure that you have a way to check down and pick up yardage over the middle. So it might make more sense to streak Loveland and have that check down on the whip underneath of Goddard in the event that the user runs with the post over the top. Either way, this route combination, you can block the running back if you need to block a blitz. You can use him on a check down route. You can use table routes or running back curl, or put him on a swing to the other side of the field. That way, if they user the whip route over the middle, you're fine. You got options with the running back, but the streak is going to pull not only the safety on the bunch side, but the safety on the other side, allowing us to deliver a pass lead outside to this post route. And we're gone for a 1-play touchdown against cover 4. I absolutely love this. Again, even if they're playing a shaded down cover 4, you will be able to effectively attack with this route combination. Again, take a look here at this little whip route. You'll be able to kind of throw that underneath. If the user is on it, that probably means you got a 1-play touchdown over the top because the stock coverage deep can't guard it. And then another concept that we have applied to this is, let's say that we're talking about this stem down corner. If you guys want to with this play, you could mix and match. Of course, you're not going to be able to throw a post for a 1-play touchdown, but let's say for whatever reason you wanted to run like a corner route to the right to Loveland that we know is going to get open for a down and outside pass lead, the whip over the middle. You also have the ability to use a streak to the running back to be open as well. So you're going to see here that we can still fit this in on the short side of the field, kind of right as it releases up. And then we have that low option on either side of the field. So this play is highly customizable against the #1 defensive coverage in the game. Again, you see right here, you could be bombs galore, checkdowns galore. This is wide open. The pivot route for a conservative catch as it turns back over the middle is open. We also know that this corner route, as we started the video, is going to be open as well. You have so many different options with this play. Now, of course, if we're dealing with the loop blitz meta, if you will, we all know this very, very well. People are going to run this out of the 3-2. They're going to run this out of the 1-4, also the 3-3 odd. We know how to block these blitzes. I've done content here on the channel, which is a reminder to you guys to subscribe, because a lot of videos will incorporate stuff that I've talked about in great detail in other videos. But this is a very common blitz meta where they are going to set up a cover 4. They're going to come here in disguise, whether or not it's a cross loop or a straight up ram blitz where they run into the guard. This is still going to work. In this case, we are just going to block the running back. We're still going to set up our potential one play touchdown setup where we could either go like this over the top with a check down, or we could just block the running back, block the blitz, and be able to run the corner route combo. There's so many different ways you could run this. Either way, all we're doing is adding the blocking formula into this if you need to give yourself a little bit of extra protection, and you can straight up freestyle out of this. So in this case, we block the loop blitz, and I throw this down and outside against the outside zone, and we're moving. We could have thrown the whip over the middle, and then maybe the next down we set up the one play touchdown bomb against the cover 4. So it doesn't matter whether they're blitzing or they're running just a straight up cover 4 drop, you are in a really good spot with this play. Now, if you guys are enjoying today's video, make sure you guys go check out my strategy website, gridirongameplans.gg. I talk about it in every single video. It's the best place to get better at Madden. If you guys care about it, you guys want to spend less on packs, win more rewards in games by playing and winning games, go check it out. $9.95 a month unlocks the entire website. I update the website weekly in our vault. All game plans are included, members only Discord access. Go check it out. Now let's go ahead and talk about cover 3. Cover 3 is another coverage that this play absolutely shreds. And the reason for that is that it has one of the best routes in Madden history for beating cover 3, and that is the skinny post from a compressed wide receiver split, meaning that they're in close to the line, almost where a tight end might line up. Again, with this, we're still going to run a corner route, stem down, and then you just put a streak on the field. Again, this is the exact same formula that we used to beat cover 4. It also beats cover 3, but even better. When we snap this ball, you're going to see that this post route is going to get wide open. You're just going to pass lead this over the top, up and outside, and rack catch it for the one play score. In my offense, I use 2 tight ends because I like to audible down to ace. Of course, you guys are going to be able to put a receiver at this spot and be even faster. But you see right there, Dallas Goedert at 98 speed is fine in Ultimate Team. You guys are going to be even better with a wide receiver. So pretty easy stuff. And then of course, if we're talking about like a cover 3 hard flat, just make sure that you guys understand here, again, you do have the ability to throw this corner route. It is going to be wide open underneath an outside third, just as it would be under an outside quarter. In fact, even more so. So again, you could beat either of those defenses with a hard flat very, very simply. And then of course, you have the ability with this to also hit your whips. We all know at this point that whip routes are super, super effective as great check down options. So you might set up your route combo like this, and you snap the ball. Maybe you don't like your one play score. You just throw your whip route, move up the field. That's a gain of 6 on a check down. It's also really, really, really good against man-to-man coverage. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to check into a straight man call. I'll just set up kind of like a cover 1 hole type defense here, where we just have like a, like a hook and a deep zone. Doesn't really matter. But again here, obviously if they're bracketing it with a man and a shaded down hook, that could be a little bit different. But the cool thing about this is when you get man to man, you could run something like this, and this is going to be a man shredder. So what you're going to see right here is that against man to man, Metcalf is going to absolutely destroy his guy, and we've seen this all year long. This is the #1 route in the game, whether it breaks outside or inside. It's so impactful. And then of course you could also throw the outbreaking corner route, whatever you want to call this, to Loveland. This sharp cut that's more representative of an out route is better than a steeper corner associated with a slot apprentice. Right there, we got a bad gunslinger throw. I'll throw that one more time for you guys here, so that way you can see it. Again, anytime you get a cover 0, cover 1, this is going to be a great throw that you can make. So again, we snap the ball right here, and you're going to see that Loveland is going to break outside. You just throw this as an outbreak on the lead, and again, easy throw. So this beats any zone hard flat. It beats man to man. and this bombs cover 3 and cover 4, which of course just leaves cover 2. And most players don't really feel comfortable running cover 2 against bunch because it's so simple to just throw corner routes against this. In fact, you know, if there's another play in this formation known as shock wheel, this play is an absolute cover 2 killer because this little fade route gets into this window and you could just check into that. If somebody plays cover 2, it's telegraphed and you're going to have a touchdown either way. So between this play and that play, there's no stock zone that you can call. Man-to-man doesn't really work because there's so many options. You could freestyle, you could bomb, you could use this as a check down. There's so many things you could do out of this play and this formation as a whole. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm going to get up out of here. Until next time, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.